everybody, and welcome to the next match of the Z1R Randomizer 2025 Winter Tournament. Today, we have a Hyrule bracket matchup between cantaloupeme, the number 15 seed, and PDXRex, the number 50 seed. I am Elso, and I'm joined here in the booth by Neon Nane.
Well, good evening, also. It is an absolute pleasure being here with you, and it's a pleasure to commentate on these two fantastic racers. It's going to be an exciting match. It's going to be. This is a best of one for the stage of the bracket, so whoever wins this moves on to the next round. Whoever loses this, they're out for good. But it's been a lot of work and a lot of fun and a lot of adventure getting here, and I'm really excited to see it culminate tonight between these two.
Absolutely, as we got a start over near vanilla start, and one thing that has been true so far is that don't let the seeding necessarily, be the full-on tail of the seed as we get a heart container on cantaloupeme's side. This really is going to be a race where you just got to kind of, hello, level 9. Never mind.
Nice and early level 9 for Rex. See.
Let's see. 5 units! Oh,
wow,
dear.
this is going to be a quick one. And also, I 100% agree with you. The seeding that you take a look at, it's been, people have been doing their predictions in the brackets that we're going to run into, and it's been, quote-unquote, upset after upset after upset for people who are the higher seeds getting taken up by the lower ones. These flags are all over the place. Lots of opportunities for some craziness.
And also, I want to give a shout-out to the cases where you have a match where the person that's the lower seed, due to the way that these flags have worked out and the way that the Swiss went, likely would be a higher seed and vice versa. As we get a sword here for PDXRex, we find level 8 on cantaloupeme's side. Cantaloupe says, nope, I'm not doing that right now, and I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, with this setup on 5 Triforces, I mean, we're not going deep into anything unless we absolutely need to go deep into one of the big ones here. I'm always a fan of the idea of you want to spend some time and energy and effort in one of the big ones, even on a 5 Triforce seed, but 8 at this stage, no sword, no way.
Yeah, no. There's a bow as our Armos item. That's pretty good.
Oh, that's a nice little pickup. We got some cash hanging around. We can go and get some arrows and get some very early offensive advantages.
You know, I'm going to make a prediction that the white sword item is going to be the silvers, and it's going to be at vanilla 5.
Ooh, you really want this one to go fast, I see. 5 Triforces. Oh, yeah.
Considering that I have been requested to, let's see, what's it called? There was a joking request that I got. It's like, yeah, can you be done in 45 minutes? It's like, well, we could see a sub 45.
With the way that this is starting to look, yeah, we may very well be in that state of affairs. So we got cantaloupeme now picking up the same information that Rex had. 5 units, knows what to go for. We don't have a ton of overworld coverage in terms of levels, right? We've seen our 8 so far and obviously our 9. But aside from that, time to go find some of those levels, get those Triforces, and get moving.
You know what? Honestly, seeing 5 Triforces is legitimately terrifying, though, because you're like, oh, okay. Especially given that important items are not at 9, you really want to find bow and all your important stuff on the way.
Oh yeah, that's an immediate, the second that you see those 5 Triforces, you're going to feel behind, even if you aren't. Even if it's 5 minutes in, you're going to feel behind knowing that somebody does well is just going to get in there immediately. Even
if it's literally in the first game, you still feel like you're behind.
Oh yeah. Oh, 100%. Well, we have seen level 4 at this point in time too, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to get to see a little bit more, ideally a little bit more coverage from the levels. Rex is investing a little more time into what his clearing looks like, because he's got the sword at this point in time as compared to cantaloupeme, but I expect we'll see them even out in the not too distant future here.
The big thing will be that cantaloupeme is probably going to be a bit later to the sword, given that the sword was at the grave. But cantaloupeme did not elect to go up to the grave, instead going to the right side of Hyrule, which does make sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Even after finding that Armos item, going through and checking these Armos locations anyways, I mean, this is it's a pretty dense grouping of locations available in Eastern Hyrule to go do your check right there. And now we got Rex, incidentally, into 4 as well. Do a quick little pirouette, it looks like, and then... Or no pirouette? Oh, no, never mind.
I'm going to pirouette this side first.
Okay, all right. Oof. Thought he was going to be leaving.
No, I think that was just Rex saying, okay, I know that door to the top opens. Let's see if there's a door on the right.
And incidentally, all that work over on the eastern side of Hyrule on Cantaloupe side has now found level 5. Ooh, that's an early map at 4. Ooh, that's a fun-looking 4.
If you told me that this is the shape of a dungeon, I would totally believe that this was the chosen shape of a dungeon. Like,
Oh,
this
yeah.
is one of the shapes that I look at and I'm like, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, that could easily be a vanilla one there. Ooh, first look at the coast item, and it is the raft. Interesting, interesting, interesting.
Well, that's unlikely to get picked up unless we find that we just need the raft to get to the silvers.
Yeah, yeah. As long as there's no raft blocked level, I mean, we won't need to care about that. But if we do have one that's important, for instance, as you said, the silvers, then that would make for a very fun time having to go hunting for that ladder first.
Find a key
Alrighty,
on
we got a
Rex's
key.
side. Gonna like not to use it on that door, which totally makes sense because why would you use it there when you have other doors you can take?
Absolutely.
Like that.
And there we go. We got him popping up.
This is a room I probably wouldn't try to clear right now.
Yeah, check that wall. Yeah, checking that wall, that bomb wall is a great call. And then get the heck out. I mean, those Lionels and the likes are just going to take forever to go ahead and burn down.
Now that room, you can clear. There's a heart on the floor, so you definitely want to clear that Aquamentus room now. And
There we
fires
go.
2 die to bombs, but did not drop one for PDXRex. And Rex is up to 6 hearts already.
Well, that's a guaranteed white sword item if we can go ahead and we can find it.
Also, there will be no stair in that Aquamentus room, so you'll only need to clear the Aquamentus if you want to go through the shutter door, which the shutters are kind of interesting.
In terms of the sprite adjustments there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I like them.
Candle shop.
And that candle shop is super important. Yeah, for 54 rupees cheap, coming down off of the vanilla price. And, I mean, there are no free candles in this, right? Unless we can find a free red candle somewhere. But there's none of those in a take any. So we're going to have to earn our candles. And that means we're going to have to earn some money for that.
And Rex has elected to leave level 4, likely driven out by the lack of bombs. And honestly, I kind of get this, because your bomb droppers in level 4 are either Vires or Blue Lionels. The Blue Lionels are rolled up, so that makes them a little bit harder to kill. Combined with Vires, you need at least the White Sword damage, if not Magic Sword damage, to kill them. So getting bombs in 4 is going to be a little bit difficult, and wanting to leave to go get bombs and then come back later definitely makes some sense here.
Yeah, we have I want to say a pretty similar routing that we're looking at right now between the two different runners here. Rex looks like he's going to go check out Casino Corner, or maybe he's just hunting. Oh, that could have been a bomb drop there on the global on his screen. But maybe he's just hunting for more bomb droppers on the overworld.
Honestly, probably both, just because Rex has not been up to Casino Corner yet. And really the main difference between the two runners is just the sword for PDXRex. The cantaloupeme has not acquired yet.
Yeah, oh, ouch, ouch, ouch. That's a tough screen to try to do without the sword in the first place, but doing it on half a heart too, oof, rough.
Yeah. It's one of those, you hate to see it, but you're not surprised if that happens.
Yeah, and on the plus side, that might send him in a different direction where he may end up getting his wood sword at this point. As long as there was nothing of interest on the top of the waterfall that he missed out on, I think we're in a good spot.
Look, we all know it's going to be the blue boomerang.
The blue boomerang, best boomerang.
Yeah, wait. I say the first one you pick up is the correct one to find. There's level 6.
And we're out of level 6, which is fair. No sword, why dig it? Why go invest all that time, the energy, and the effort in that one? Unless you can find a free item on the ground. I mean, a free white sword somewhere would be awfully nice.
Yeah. Ooh, red dark nuts, 2 HP. Hello. That's good for bomb drops.
All right, we got Rex going back up north. I wonder if he's going to go try to pop back into something. Maybe not. Oh, he's going to go bomb that upper right-hand corner in the Lost Hills. Got it.
Yep. Might look for another global drop here off of these Octoroks. Does not get one. And there's a letter.
Well, that's fair. A little potion never hurt anybody, especially since we haven't seen a ton of hearts so far. We've only seen, I think, one take any? With the over by the start area?
Yes. And then the 1 heart in 4 and the 1 heart in... Where did Rex get the 6th heart? No, I think we had to have seen 2 take-any's.
Yeah, we must have, yeah. I just don't recall where, I guess. I should be tracking better, and I am not. right, we'll get a peek over at 1Q6, see what we got there. Rex is saving his last bomb. Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. Given that you're not guaranteed to be able to get into that spot, it makes sense to not bomb it right now.
Well, that's a screen full of bomb droppers right there. So hopefully we can go find something off of a global on this screen. Our 10 count's definitely gone at this point.
I mean, we might get a rupee off the global. That would technically be something off the global.
That
Or
is
there's a
technically
bomb
true.
drop. There's
there's our
a
chicken, yeah.
bonus grave.
Yeah,
Okay, that's the one. That's the other one that we might not have seen.
Yeah, I think that was it. The one at the our Grave Armos, and this should be the wood sword for Cantaloupe right now.
Yep. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Oh, thank you, by the way, chat. Rex did bomb it. I guess I was looking at Cantaloupe's screen for that one. So that's cool. So I guess we know that that's not going to pop open at Monocle Rock. Now, as we see these two going, right, and we both up in A, and once again going in divergent directions, you might even think to yourself, have these two played each other before? And if so, how does that generally look between them? And the answer is, they haven't played each other in a race in almost 2 years. One time, it says that they went up against each other, and that was quite some time ago. So this is going to make for some really interesting stuff between the two of them. No real history or guesses or whatnot to say what we're getting at.
Yeah, and so far Rex does have the exploration advantage in level 4, but Cantaloupeme does have knowledge of a couple extra levels. Rex did not see level 5 over on the eastern side of Hyrule. Rex does not know what the coast item is.
And find ourselves a key shop over there at the River Cave, which is good. Bait 2, in case that comes into play, which is funny when it does. But Cantaloupeme with the sword is popping into 4, and it's time to get some investment. We may see whatever the item was that Rex did not necessarily go digging for in here.
Yeah, because Cantaloupeme has some of the best combat out there. A lot of that is off the back of being a very strong vanilla runner, but also just generally has a very good combat sense, even in randomizer seeds. So in these kind of situations where you're on green tunic, a couple of hearts, and no ring, this is where we're going to see Cantaloupeme's combat really start to shine.
Yeah, he's definitely moving smoothly through these rooms as he progresses in this 4. Oh, and there's Rex. He's deciding to dig the 6 that Cantaloupeme left. This is going to be interesting here.
Might be immediately ladder blocked. Oof. Certainly Lionel blocked to start off.
And I know we said that this is a room that you skip over here when Rex went through it the first time, but Cantaloupeme is in there, and look at those skills go.
Yeah, this is the kind of thing that, to me, this is the kind of thing that you'll see sometimes with the runners that have very strong combat, is they'll just go into the tough rooms and just do them.
Oh, when it was worth it too.
Ooh, a team room, okay. Well, we won't be able to get around that.
Yeah, he's got to bomb right into the room with the Aqua Mentis, and then I think that there was a shutter door going up, so that's going to be his way to get through to the top. So that means we need bombs, which we do not have.
So Cantaloupeme out of bombs, gonna go look for some bomb drops. Triforce in level 6 for Rex.
Very early Triforce. Probably not going in for that.
Or I guess the triangle, because literally Apollo, so that makes it a triangle.
Yeah, there's a few interesting sprites we're going to see here, I think.
Cantaloupeme gets the bomb back, immediately going right back into level 4. This is... Honestly, I would be probably doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Now that you guys
don't have a ton of knowledge of them. Yeah. I've not seen 1, 2, or 3 at this stage of the game. I mean, yeah, 4 is the smallest thing you found. You haven't found all that many. You go in here.
The cursed spot opens on Rex's side. The galaxy is in captivity. Hey, you would expect the galaxy to be at peace, but no, it's in captivity. The last Metroid is at peace. The galaxy is in captivity.
Alrighty, we did a little bit of money-making game, lost 2 rupees, and then we're gone. Alright, I mean, that's fair, I guess.
Yeah, I understand giving it at least one try to get up to the money for a candle, but Rex is almost at candle money.
Yeah, that room that cantaloupeme was in right there is the one that Rex died in. He's out, which that's very fair. You don't necessarily know where the Triforce is. Maybe it ends up in a room like that, but you know, it's tough. It's gonna spend time, energy, effort. Just keep on moving.
Especially when Rex was out of bombs at that point.
Yep.
Let's see. Okay, cantaloupeme does find another room that can be cleared. Gonna have to be a little careful about that Stalfos across the river. Might elect to do the river clip.
Ooh, looks like we're gonna get one. I was gonna say we could always try going left because I don't believe there was a shutter door in that T room when we saw it. So we just go left and hope it respawns somewhere in the middle. But this works just as well.
Actually, there might have been.
It's clear. Oh, was there? Ooh, okay then.
Let's see. Nope, no shutter. Just a main handler. That main handler is gonna get left there for a while.
Oh yeah.
Just
Not a ladder.
Force. Ooh, hello.
Well, it doesn't appear. Well, we have no segments in here, so this is going to be our item. And what do we have? We have a
Ladder!
ladder.
Big find in level 4.
Rex coming across another candle shop. 4 rupees shy of the price, but I think he might just farm that and go back and make that purchase.
Yeah. Honestly, a little bit of a getting farm is enough.
Yeah.
Gonna hit it 7 times. Okay, 8 is the magic number to kill the guineas. Probably needs to go to another screen to get more guineas. And there's a compass. Triforce is not in the main handler room.
Nope. So we don't have to worry about that. That manhandler will never come up again. At least not on Cantaloupeme's screen.
And here we go. Rex is going to just get the money.
Well, it's enough, and that candle can be a pretty good advantage this early on, especially if we end up finding a level underneath one of the candle spots that are out there. I mean, candles are pretty common that we run into for this. But fun fact, since we do stats sometimes here, is generally speaking, on average, one level ends up getting blocked under an overworld blocking item that you would find in a dungeon, not necessarily like the candle itself. So it's always good having something that's going to help you find more spots available pretty early on.
Wait.
Oh, and there's that Triforce.
Wait, we do stats?
We do stats sometimes, yeah. We do stats and math.
Okay, speaking of math, let's see. We have found level 9. Level 9 requires 5 Triforces. We found both 4 and 5, as 9 minus 5 is 4. 4 plus 5 is 9, but 5 minus 4 is level 1. Furthermore, we've also found 8 and 6, and 8 minus 6 is 2. So we have a 1 and a 2 in some of our level differences, which means I will predict we find level 3 first. Or, not level 3 first, level 3 next.
Interesting. I can support this. Especially since, oh, it's DM time.
Yep. As I'm getting told not to do math.
That is, no, we will do math as much as we possibly can. Oh, that's a tough screen. As much as we possibly can.
Look, math is fundamental.
It's fun and fundamental.
Fun and fundamental.
All right, so Rex decides he's done with Death Mountain. That's probably fair. Oh, and there's level 2.
Ah, I was wrong. The math was not right.
Your math may have been correct if it turns out we find level 3 in the future in West DM. Then you get to blame Rex for breaking the math.
Okay, that's fair. There's Wizards.
All right. Yeah, I was wondering where we're going to come across those guys, and there it is.
I don't think you dig level 2 at this point. Even though it's a small dungeon, it's got a terrible enemy set.
Yeah, that's no fun for anyone. Oh, is he going for it? He is going for it, though.
Going for the pirouette. Finds a bomb hole. Let's see what's in here. Hopefully a Triforce. Or at the very least more bombs. Maybe a red ring.
Yeah, these red wizards may end up dropping some bombs for us over here, too. I gotta say, this is a pretty wild divergence between the two of them on what they've done and where they've been and where they're going. I mean, there's obviously going to be some overlap because you only have so many squares on the overworld, but I mean, these guys are all over the place in different directions.
Oh, yeah. Rex does get some bombs. Oh, takes a wizard beam to the face.
Those will hurt.
4 hurts of damage apiece. Gets a key.
Yeah, these are worth it. They always feel like they're not there in this flag set.
Yeah. You finally see what's at the top of the lake. It is a medium secret. Cantaloupeme is now going to go look for more stuff. Does have the money to buy the candle.
looks like Rex is going to go up against these blue Wizrobes. We are going to progress level 2, which the enemy set looks nasty. It really does. But on the other hand, it's 2. 2 is going to be small-ish, comparatively speaking. Smallest one that we found so far, and hey, you got to really churn through to get those 5 Triforces as fast as you can.
By the way, really good job by Rex to get a bunch of multi-hits with those bombs. Now is into the level 2, does have 2 keys, has found the heart container, which is huge, because that gives Rex another heart to work with, but down to half a heart, has to be careful with the keys. Sees a bomb packet, bait!
Oh! Yeah, that was baited right there. Cantaloupeme with that blue candle pickup. Right there near the forest, there, it means that there's a lot of things that we can go burn down right now.
And with the Red Wizard spawning incredibly high.
There we go, that's our other burn spot by start.
Okay, Lost Tails any road? Or any push? Any push!
The 2Q4, yeah. Up and running, alright. And then we have right to the east of the Forgotten Spot. What else we got here?
Oh, well, there's one of the raft spots.
I tell you, that raft is not looking like it's going to be all that valuable today.
Alright, well, I'm going to say it because it's been brought up. 2Q4 is not a bad level.
It's, well, it's something, that's for sure.
2Q4 is not a bad level. There's a map at level 5.
That's also not a terrible level. 2Q4 is in second quest. That level was the one that that stalled me out a bunch as a kid. But, you know, nowadays, it's not that bad. It's no 7 and 8 for sure.
Hey, 2Q8 is mediocre. You just jump the stairs for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It stairs for 20 minutes. All right, we got ourselves another Wizrobe dungeon over in 5. Rex went with the potion, even though we had that letter hanging around. But hey, money is low. Why not? Ooh, there's our Triforce in 5. Are we gonna go back in there? My gut would say probably in this scenario.
Yeah, at least for a couple of more rooms. Or not. Okay. Cantaloupeme is going to say, I'll just come back for items if I need them.
Yeah, it's that rush job here, right? You're 21, almost 22 minutes into the game. You got your... Oh, Rex, you can't bomb that. You got your 2 Triforces over here, and that's all you have. You don't have anything for overworld exploration other than the ladder. I mean, it's a... I'm sure it feels tight right now. So grab your Triforce, get out, and maybe gamble on your silvers over there in 9.
I mean, honestly... With the raft in hand, why not? Cantaloupeme still doesn't have a candle, so doesn't know about level 2, although level 2 is kind of terrible, so you probably don't want to dig it anyway.
Oh, I think Cantaloupeme ended up buying the candle from the spot that was at the Lost Hills Armos, but I don't think that they've really used it so far.
That is right, and I will take this opportunity to say thank you to our tracker, Crystal and Crow, for putting in all of the items that the runners have on the screen. That does not solve the user error of me not looking at what the tracker says.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Tracker's doing a fantastic job keeping us honest and making sure that we are, well, we're giving you the most accurate information we can. Rex really thinking about that spot right there, that money-making game.
Yeah. Gonna do it. Okay, -6, not bad. Not terrible, not terrible. Could be worse.
Cantaloupeme's in level 1. What are we trying to get cash for?
Maybe just to have some arrows plus surplus?
Maybe. Like the arrow shop's right near him. He just saw it a moment ago. Oh, that's a big secret. That'll save your money problems.
Oh, you know what? I think I know what Rex is looking for. As we find Power Bracelet level 1. Blue Ring.
Yeah, oh yeah, Blue Ring. You're getting close to that cash. Why not?
Well, there's the Triforce in 1. Cantaloupeme is going to say, I would like the second item, please.
That's actually going to be kind of a messy room when Rex gets around to that one, too, because he does not have the ladder to get past all those Wizrobes. He may not try to progress in that room and just get the Triforce and leave. He can't even get that far.
We'll see if that ends up being a factor here.
Oh, that's the compass. I was going to say, I heard something just drop.
Like just a compass.
All right, not so much on the push block over there on Rex's side. So we got Cantaloupeme. Is that going to push over in the maze room? It sure does. What do we got?
You know, this is a pretty rare spot to get a push block, but it's only got a heart container inside, so we're going to have to go look for the second floor item.
That's okay. One is small enough, right? If I was going to dig for a floor item somewhere, I'd want it to be in one.
Yeah. There's the map. Oh my goodness, look at this level 1.
That is a room. That is sure a room.
I would have checked for wall
map.
masters. We're done to double check for wall
same.
masters. I don't think we have them, but... Oh, look at that beautiful grouping of the Koreas. And it's a recorder. Okay.
Now we got two different two items to go ahead and give us some overworld exploration right there in one. I do like chat's comment, designed by the Riddler. Yeah, we got a nice little question mark in there. Incidentally, I was gonna say I don't think we've really seen many wall masters so far in this this seed, but here they are in one. So maybe they actually were missed over in that that Goma room earlier. But
yes.
Who knows?
Now, sure, it's not going to be relevant, but you still check.
Yeah.
Now, Cantaloupeme is going to find the big money.
Big cash, a much faster in and out of one for Cantaloupeme than it was for Rex here, who's still chugging through.
You know, I find it particularly interesting. We were just talking about how the overworld blocking items have not been found, and then level 1 has both of them. Also, it's this nice orange color.
Man, chat's wishing for some of the crazy stuff out there. White sword item being blocked by Raft still. There's only one spot available. Hey, there's a chance, though. There is a chance.
White sword item blocked by Raft. White sword item is... the book.
Oof, here's that room. Oof. Oof.
Oh!
Rex, yeah. Yeah.
Rex takes the death in the blue wizard room. Without the ladder, gonna be, like you were saying, have a little bit of a tougher time with that room.
Oh, he's debating if he
Rex
wants to
is
do it. No,
leaving.
he does not.
Now, this could end up being a nothing burger, depending on what the power bracelet and recorder block. However, oftentimes at least one of those two ends up leading to a cheeseburger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a... Oof. I mean, I understand it, but that's that feels a little risky to me, that skipping of one, especially only one Triforce, and you can see the Triforce. You know, try a candle boost or something to get through there, right? Without digging the rest of the level necessarily.
I think Rex wants the blue ring before going back.
Yeah, I think so too. Bit of a time investment, however. Oh, that was a little bit of a miss over on the burn bush there. That's okay, we're gonna see that in a second. There we go. And I oh, go please.
We were talking about combat a little bit earlier. This is the kind of seed that I think generally will favor a runner who has a lot stronger combat, because your small levels are the ones with all the really tough enemies, and those are the ones you generally want to dig.
Ooh, and there's another one of those big secrets right there. That's hidden under the burn bush on the east side of Candle Row.
Cantaloupeme up to 239 rupees. We'll see if Cantaloupeme elects to buy a couple of keys. I don't expect to see a blue ring purchase.
Yeah, probably not on his side though. I think it'll help out Rex though. If Rex ends up getting to the ladder, which was in 4 sometime soon, that's certainly going to change some of that routing.
I think we're going to see Rex
there.
I think we're going to see Rex take 5 as Cantaloupeme picks up the heart. There we go. Raft check. What is on the raft spot? Level 7!
Wow. Not only
right.
was it required, well, not required, let me back that up. Not only was the raft required to get to a level, whether it's a required level or not, we're going to find out, but not only was it required to get to a level, that spot right there, as we throw around statistics, is statistically the least likely in this flag set to have a level at it.
Cantaloupe's going to buy the bomb upgrade and bounce out a 7. Now that is
wow.
kind of interesting. I definitely understand the play, especially when you know you only need 5 Triforces and levels 2 and 3 are still out there. I think it's... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, I think that I would have looked at a few rooms, you know, like the first handful that you have, because what if the Triforce is just free, as compared to you don't have the knowledge of where the other levels are?
Yeah. Now, Cantaloupeme is going to find level 2 here, and that might actually push Cantaloupeme towards level 7, because then you really have to think about, is it worthwhile to go try to dig out a level 3, find its location, versus you know where 8, 7, and 6 all are. You know you can just run into one of those levels and get a Triforce. There's the other bomb upgrade in 5. Rex is not going to buy it, which indicates Rex definitely is thinking more about Blue Ring.
Yeah. Yeah, he's about 2 rupees away, I think, from being able to afford it. 1 rupee away from affording it.
Blue Ring was 250.
Oh, was it 250? Oh, then never mind. He is good to go.
Yeah. So Rex not interested in the bomb upgrade, wants the Blue Ring first, and Cantaloupeme getting the perfect 3-bomb blue Wiz Robes. They really just gave him a good pattern.
Yeah, that really worked out incredibly well over there. And it's the eye to get that and make sure that that setup happened. Like, great work over on Cantaloupeme's side.
And that's the kind of room where you're gonna see Cantaloupeme's combat just shine right through. Ooh, out of keys for level 2.
Interesting.
So
well, you got a bunch of cash hanging around, and you're not that far from a key shop. There's one only a few screens to the west.
Yes, there's also an argument that you go to one of your large levels, and the reason the argument for, and to me, the main reason you'd want to do that is that you want to, if you can get a Triforce in there, great, but you can also pick up keys on the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that's kind of what's caused keys to become such a limiting factor, is because you have 5 to 8 Triforces, you're really going to skip those larger levels, and one of the oftentimes underrated, maybe not as much anymore, benefits of digging those larger levels is you're more likely to come out of there with a couple of extra keys.
Yep. Yeah, full agreement. Rex accidentally bumped into that door, so whether he wanted to utilize that key or not, he sure did. Hopefully it's something good that's up. Oh, doesn't matter. We are down in that room.
Cantaloupeme gets a key out of the one room in level 2, but is going to have to re-clear the blue Wizrubs, which should not be an issue. Rex is leaving level 5, presumably to go get that blue ring.
Yeah, it's got to be. And that's where, yeah, he's heading directly for where that shop is right now. I mean, it'll help. Wizrobe heavy dungeons that we've been running into. We got 5, we got 2. Gosh, have we seen other ones with Wizrobes in there? 1, I think, right? Had Wizrobes?
1 had Wizrobes, 4 didn't have Wizrobes, but it had a whole bunch of Lionels and terrible rooms.
Yeah, not the most pleasant combat that we've ever seen.
I can't see a difference in PDX's sprite at all.
No, his sprite doesn't change with that ring.
That's interesting.
I don't recall if it changes for the red ring or not. I feel like it doesn't do it for that either, but I may be recalling correctly.
Looks like Rex is going to go back into level 1. Cantaloupeme is going to continue digging level 2.
2 items in 1. He hasn't seen either one of them. I mean, it's a little annoying with the Gorillas and with the Wizrobes, but on the other hand, I mean, it is 2 items. And you've limited yourself to a pretty good understanding of where they actually are.
Beautiful bomb for Cantaloupeme, and does get a key for his efforts. Rex gets through, but on half a heart. Gonna have to be really careful going forward here.
Does have a potion. It looked like he was trying for the candle boost, but he got bopped a little bit too soon to go ahead and execute on that, unfortunately. Cantaloupeme's getting the keys that he needs, and he's continuing.
I think at this point you just check that last room for the item in 2, because like you've legitimately seen just about every room of this too. Yeah, the combat's a little annoying, but it's not impossible to deal with, especially when you have the bombs.
Yeah. With the bombs, and we're at 10 hearts right now on Cantaloupeme's side, like, I would 100% be checking every single room in this too, and, you know, hoping that we'll find the silvers along the way.
The only one that Cantaloupeme has left so far was a grid room with blue Wizrobes. Or container for
I'd
Rex.
clear that last, but you may have to.
Well, I would say let's see if it's these Gorillas, because these Gorillas would be a much better clear. Cantaloupeme does have the wooden arrows also, but is electing to save the money, probably for keys and bomb upgrades, which actually is pretty smart here.
Definitely not thinking about blue ring territory on Cantaloupme's side, leaving that 5er on the ground right there. Maybe he'll go back for it, but it's ooh, there's a bugger over.
It's the blue Wizrobes.
Yeah, it sure is.
Yeah. So do you walk back and get it now, or do you clear this room first and then just come back in and clear the entrance again?
Oh, get that.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, you can see
That's
the Wall
fine.
Master. That's
Fine.
huge. That caused it to spawn enough. Oh, Cantaloupeme is going to go
Bomb
for
that?
the clip. Oh, gets it with a candle.
Oh!
Beautiful.
Wow, that was smooth. That was very smooth. All right, we got
And
Rex
Rex-
picking up that Triforce in one.
Yep. Let's see if Cantaloupeme is going to say, no, I am not going to go clear that blue wizard room right now.
That's fine. You mark that on your tracker and you say, hey, there's only one room that it could be. Blue Wiz robes, no fun for anybody. I'll come back if I make it all the way to 9 and there's no silvers in there. That's all that. And that's your first spot to go to at that point.
Yeah. And considering it's double blue wizard blocked, the opportunity cost on that is actually pretty high. Cantaloupeme is going to elect to go into level 8. And I think of the levels that Cantaloupeme has seen, this one makes the most sense to go into.
It is probably going to be a little bit bigger than 7, but I mean, you got your double chance of finding an item that matters as compared to just a single.
Yep. So I think if you're looking at this from the standpoint of, I want to give myself the best chance of getting knowledge about silvers before going into 9, because we've only seen required items, by the way, so far. That is, we've only seen the 5 important items. We don't know where any of the non-important items are. So every single slot that's available right now is fair game for those silvers.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Which, honestly, that's the other thing, is we're 36 minutes in and we've only seen the important items. Which is a rarity in this flag set.
Yeah, and if we have somebody like Cantaloupeme right now who's digging the time and energy into 8, which is something that Rex was not doing, if he ends up picking up White Sword, Wand, Red Ring, the things that are not necessarily required, but those quality of life pieces will make a massive change. Magic Key, oh, that would be nice to get the any key.
First, we gotta find the magic bomb hole.
All right, we get all sorts of recorder checks that are coming up on Rex's side while Cantaloupe's poking around. This is, I think the divestiture between these two is really going to come down at this point to where silvers are going to end up. If they are in either this 8 or they are in 9, I mean, Cantaloupe's got a pretty hefty lead in terms of where we're at. If they are not in there, and it's all going to come down to, does Rex find them sooner? That will be a game changer too.
Yeah. Cantaloupe's going to find a transport stair. Rex is now going into level 8. So if silvers are here, still advantage to Cantaloupeme, but the time differential may not be as large if Rex can come out of this 8 with silvers. That's assuming they're even here. They may not be. Now, Book here would be interesting. I would actually be okay with Book here.
Yeah, I think Book would be pretty great here. Because otherwise 9's going to be a real slog for you. Like, Cantaloupe's not going into any other level at this point until 9, once they leave with the Triforce. And the book is going to let you know pretty early, maybe going to let you know pretty early on if there's the silvers are in 9 or not.
Hold on. Speaking of items, we might have an item right here. Let's see. Yeah. It is. It's the book. Okay.
It is the book. Well, there you go.
Book is fine. That gives you more chances of knowing if you got to dig 9 for your silvers. I don't think there's going to be really any complaints about Book. Right now, the best non-silvers item to get would be the any key. Cantaloupeme gets the Bomb Force.
Yeah, well done Bomb Force right over there. And I don't think we've seen any hint shops as of yet, but it's irrelevant because in 9, oh, there's our first hint that we're actually getting there is where 4 is, but we already knew that. But in 9, I mean, you got 3 hints that are going to be in there as long as they're not eaten up by muggers. And of those 3 hints, you have a pretty good shot that one of them is going to be about the silvers. So at least you know if you're in the right place or not.
Combine that with... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, please, by all means.
We're also probably not going to see the hint shops because I don't think... Unless you need to go to 3 for silvers, I don't think we're going to see any more caves from either rudder. The exception is maybe Rex. Rexy only because they don't have the ladder, so they don't have access to 7, so they may actually look for more caves, looking for easier dungeons. And Main Handler, not playing nice.
No, not at all. And that's spot on. You're exactly right. Unless we need to go hunting for 3 to go find silvers, or the White Sword Cave, which I don't think we've seen that yet either. Turns out our White Sword item is the silvers. Then it might be a little bit of a searching spree.
Man, look at that. Cantaloupe me up to 11 hearts. If we knew where the magical sword was, we might go make an attempt at it.
No, we're really in territory. I like it. Just gonna go find it first. There's a whole slew of this overworld that we just haven't seen, and we may never see.
Yep. Oh boy, Goma. Oh, it's just a key. I was kind of hoping that would be the Triforce.
That would be fun. I don't think, Rex hasn't bought arrows yet, so that would have been quite nasty for him.
Yeah. But also, Rex doesn't have a ladder. Hello, second Goma.
That's true. Actually, he doesn't have a ladder, so he wouldn't care in that room anyways.
This room, however, Rex is gonna care a lot of. Oh, hello. Second item. Second item. It's the wand.
Yeah, I mean the wand and the book, but Rex finds the floor hard, didn't he? The wand and the book are really just going to accelerate things for Cantaloupeme. Oh, is he going to try to go get an easier Triforce here?
Yes.
Yeah, oh, he knows where 6 is. He really is. And it's an easy one, too.
Yeah, I actually really like this play to say, you know what? I don't need to go dig that Triforce out of 8. I can go to level 6, potentially get an item on the way, and just get the Triforce out of there. I rather like this decision.
I know, right? This is some big brain decision making over here.
And this is the kind of thing that is really randomizer exclusive routing, because in vanilla you know where all the stuff is. So being able to do this kind of on the fly routing is definitely something you want to be able to do.
Now, if I recall correctly, this is not far from the Triforce in here.
No. And to answer the question in chat, the wand is not the wand of Gamelon, because we are not in Gamelon, we are in Hyrule.
Wand of Gamelon. What that sure is a game.
It is a game that exists.
It sure does exist.
Potential item room here for Cantaloupeme. I don't know if we saw this over on Rex's side. Here we go. Nope, it's a transport. Cantaloupeme is going to take it, so probably going to have a little bit longer of a 6 than Rex did, but given that Rex cannot get to the wand right now because it looked like it was pretty likely to be Goma blocked, Rex could have been spending a significant amount of time more in this age trying to get around.
Yeah, we had Goma block, and I think that we had to go through a Chevy room in order to get to it too, so it's going to be a little rough. Yeah, this 8's eventually gonna beat him up and spit him out here, and we'll see if he goes and hops back in to try to get something out of this, or he's all done with 8. He's still going back. That's a big investment. We know it's not the right one, but in his mind, it's again going back to the whole feeling a little bit behind, knowing it's 5 Triforces. You're 42 minutes in. I get poking around in there.
Cantaloupeme, I don't know if Cantaloupeme would necessarily, because I know he's talked about how oftentimes he does find that his combat is his strong suit, which it is. But given that the combat has been kind of tough in this seed, he may be feeling like he's in more of an okay spot than not, just because of how tough the combat's been. But
yeah, I don't know. Very likely.
Rex is going back to level 2. Oh, there's a meat block.
Yeah, and we're not going to need to worry about it because there is nothing north of that.
I mean, there's a wall. There's just a solid wall.
There's a wall, yeah. That is
Rex
true.
Is gonna try
nothing
to
that we need to care about.
Rex is going to try to sword down this blue wizard room. Has not gone back to 4 yet. Which seems like that could be... Ooh, hello, that's a level 6.
And And now that we can see the map on Cantaloupeme's screen, I believe he's going to try to go up from here, and I think that's what led to the Triforce over on Rex's side, rather than taking that transport that was up there. So this should be straightforward, if I remember correctly, that is.
Rex is going to leave level 2, not doing the Kananaki, might not be either very familiar with it, or just may not be confident in being able to get it with the BMOS and the keys, which, to be fair, the Kananaki is sometimes not exactly the most straightforward thing.
Yeah, Kananaki definitely in Rex's repertoire, but, you know, the space that you're in to do that, tough. Definitely tough.
Another force bomb from Cantaloupe. And that's the thing, is you can kind of tell when a runner has a bomb force going based off of when they stop doing combat the way that you've seen them do it, get their bombs out, and really try to set up a multi-kill. Rex is back in level 4.
I mean, this will ideally work out for him. He leaves this with the ladder. He's going to be in a much better seat than he was way beforehand. But if he doesn't get that ladder and he ends up leaving,
he's gonna have to get the Triforce out of here. As Cantaloupe gets the Triforce out of level 6, is gonna go to level 9.
Yeah, I don't know if Cantaloupe is a gambler in these scenarios. I would think that the logical thing to do would be to go to 9 for sure, not knowing where 3 is and 7 and 8 are, and you know everything in 8 and 7 is 7, right? Like it's a 9 time.
If you don't have, also Cantaloupe has a recorder, so you can just get back there whenever you want. And 7's not too far away from 9. 3 really is the main X factor here. And as Chad is pointing out, with the book, 9 also can get you the hint.
Yep, 9's a good shot, and that's off to where we go on Cantaloupe's side.
Rex is out of bombs and out of keys. As Cantaloupe is going into level 9.
All right, let's see how we do. Fingers crossed, we are hoping we're going to hear that Ganon relatively early so we know where he is. But we are also hoping we're going to find those silvers relatively early. There are 14 stairs in this place, and one of them has what we want, we hope.
The other 13 are either transports or have some other item.
Or we might even have a segmented 9. Those are not that common, but hey, we might have some extra stairs if so.
Seeing one suggestion of 2 bananas and 9.
I like it.
I would like to see red candle and spare heart.
I like it. I like that a lot, right? Because this is going to be a lot more fun if we find that these runners have to either go dig into 7, and it turns out that raft was required, or that they have to go hunting for 3 somewhere.
Well, so far found 2 transports, but we have not taken them, so we don't know where they link to. Rex is now going to go into level 4 with bombs in hand. Find some keys.
And that's an interesting thought process that, you know, when you get into 9 and you're looking for silvers, some people like to take every single transport you come across, that you can go and roll them out on your map. Some people like to be a little bit more linear, so you know what's actually going on, and you don't miss anything that's hanging around just by not checking that road. There's no right way to do it, but you definitely see the preference among runners.
To me, the right way to do level 9 as Rex gets the ladder out of 4 is to do what you personally find is the best route for you, because if you try to change up your route or try to metagame it, oftentimes it ends up actually going worse than if you just do what you know to do, because you know you can execute on what you know to do, and it ends up being faster.
And incidentally, that is a lovely roar that we are hearing in the background there on Cantaloupe's side. So we got a pretty, we don't know exactly where, but we got a pretty solid idea on where Ganon's going to be hanging out. Got to go find those silvers now.
Yeah. You could go into the Ganon fight without it, but
but it wouldn't be the best idea in the world.
Looks like Ganon's going to be in that key door to the left. I think if you're Cantaloupe, you probably take this if it's a transport stair, just so that you don't have to spend the keys.
Rex hurting for keys on his side. He did just get one as a pickup, but you know, it's a tough resource. Exactly like you're saying, there wasn't a lot of investment in the big dungeon, save for that time in 8. Keys are going to be a tougher time to come on by.
But even then, keys weren't plentiful in 8 or 6. Triforce for Rex. Needs 2 more to be eligible to go into level 9. Oh, and that just took Cantaloupeme back to a room he's already been in.
There's your value on going ahead and checking all your stairs. Maybe we need to send that.
Electing to spend the key, gets another key immediately, but has to deal with Patra. Grabs the key, does not even fight the Patra, says, "Thank you, goodbye, I'm out of here. What's my next room? Oh, there's a map."
That's a 9.
Well, at least it'll be relatively easy to get around. That's the one benefit of a large 9.
Ooh, there's our hint shop on Rex's side. Can't afford it, but it's good to know where it is. Or not afford it, I'm sorry, can't read it, because we don't have the book, but no.
Ooh, Cantaloupeme was going for the Kananaki, but actually got the rollover kill on the main handler.
Yeah.
Oh, Cantaloupeme resetting that room. I think we might see Cantaloupeme actually just go for that Kananaki. Or at least save it to potentially look at later. That's really interesting. To elect to leave that Kananaki option on the table, and we get another opportunity here with this Patra.
This is a tough
Kananaki, though.
Yeah.
Oh, it's locked. Patra's locked in. 2, 3, 4. Ooh, we can Kananaki this. So the way you Kananaki that is you kind of have to push the block and immediately go back towards it. However, why do that when you can get a stair? It's a transport, but you got more doors to work with. And a key in the corner, very important.
I might have even considered leaving that key there for a moment and going back and trying that, because that's still a push block for that shutter door. Trying that Kananaki, but either way, here we are, and we're continuing to head up north. Ooh, and now we know where Zelda is, too.
Also in the northeast. Rex has gone back to level 5. We don't know what item is here in level 5. Yelmy finds another stair, another transport.
That's another spot we've seen already. So we got a pretty good coverage right up the center of 9, but we haven't seen much of anything over on the eastern side of this level, so we gotta find a way to make a trip over there.
Well, going east out of start and bombing around and trying some bomb balls might be a good starting point. There we go.
There we go.
Cantaloupeme gets another key, very important. Again, gonna elect to hold off on spending those keys until he's absolutely got to spend them.
Yeah, and that should, I mean, that's ideally going to work out as best as possible. 9 loves to gobble up keys, and anytime you don't have to clear rooms to go and hope for that, it would be, to hope for a drop would just be the best.
The good news is one here. The good news is because Cantaloupeme knows that there's no floor item on the ground that will be useful, has found the compass, knows the locations of Ganon and Zelda, can just focus in on those stair rooms or rooms with shutter doors like this. So this is going to allow Cantaloupeme to really just kind of go through, okay, hint. No.
Ah, well. Like we were saying earlier, there are 3 of those guys in here. The 3 old men that are actually going to tell you what's up, and if it turns out that there's a mugger in here, you'll lose a hint. But out of those 3, there are 4 possible hints in 9. One where the beast is, one where the kidnapped is, who is blocking the compass, and are the silvers here, and where are they if they are. And so we got a decent, 3 out of 4 shot of getting the one that we want. That is not the one we want.
But now it is a 2 and 3 shot, so the odds are a little bit lower, but not significantly lower. It goes from 75 to 66%. Cantaloupeme has used his last key to get into this room at level 9. Cannot bomb around, though. I'd consider clearing that room to look for another key.
As would I. I think that's the right move.
Oh, there's an Blue Wizard room on Rex's side. And based on Rex's coverage, those blue wizards block access to the item in 5.
Ouch.
Man, this is a brutal combat seed. In spite of being a 5 Triforce seed,
I know.
Like, that's the thing. You see 5 Triforces, you're expecting it's going to be like a jet-ish seed, but not this one.
Not exactly. So much for that 45-minute run that we were hoping for at the beginning there. Oh, and Cantaloupeme is officially out of 9.
Probably going to just go buy some keys and come back in. I don't think Cantaloupeme is necessarily going to go to another level just yet. Oh, Cantaloupeme is going to go back to 2 and check this one room. Okay.
That's an interesting maneuver.
I don't dislike the play, and the reason I don't dislike it, one, there's info for level 3, which is gigantic. But also, you know exactly where this item is. Right now, there are enough good items available to you that, pretty much regardless of what this is, unless it's a boomerang, you're going to be okay with it. The one exception may be, like, the spare heart, just because you haven't seen the magical sword.
Yeah, I mean, with the key problems that popped him out of 9, like, the 2 best things you could possibly hope for is the magical key here in 2, in which case that would be an incredibly fortuitous tip, or the silvers right here in 2, which means you don't even have to go bothering with those locked doors anymore in 9. You know exactly where the beast is. Just go for it.
Well, except for that one locked door that leads to Ganon.
Oh, well, you know.
But you can also, I think there was a shutter door, so you can Canaan key that, or you can just go buy a key.
Yeah, you're not far from the key shop, right? There's one over by the river cave right now.
Yeah. So you just go buy the key, and then you take the key into level 9.
Running really low on bombs over there on Cantaloupeme's side.
You know, I like that the key is magical because it's made out of a sturdier material and just doesn't break when you use it.
Compared to Link is going ahead and snapping keys every time he turns them. It is,
there it is!
The magical key. Well, that was a fortuitous dip back into 2.
So this is interesting, though. Because if you're Cantaloupeme, you've seen a lot of 9 already. You know that you can go into 9 and just get your way back through there. You do need bombs. But if you're Cantaloupeme, do you go try to find level 3? Oh, Cantaloupeme is going to 5. Cantaloupeme is going to go ahead and just go ahead and look for silvers outside of 9 at this point.
That's a really interesting play. Like, I mean, he didn't see any items in there, did he? Like, it was, there's nothing to make him want to leave and go look around other than his lack of keys.
But does have knowledge of Ganon and Zelda, so it's a case of, do you want to keep digging around in that 9? Level 7 just has the red candle, it's not there.
Very vanilla feeling over there. Now, Rex is leaving. I mean, I get if the Triforce is deep in 7. 7's a pain to go through. I really understand that, but you're still short a Triforce here, Rex. I'm not really sure what you're thinking.
Well, Rex is probably thinking, okay, there's other levels that have items that I don't have the Triforces out of, so I'd rather go dig those and hope to get an item on the way. Such as level 2?
This is the 2, yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's going back in here. I get it, but it was rough to get through to this, to be fair. But hey, we'll see.
So this is interesting from Cantaloupeme's standpoint. And the reason I say this is interesting from Cantaloupeme's standpoint is...
The potion, by the way, on Rex's side is he's about to take a beam in the face.
Yep. So the thing to me that makes this interesting from Cantaloupeme is... there's an argument to say go into 5, you might get the bomb upgrade and the item. There's an argument to say go to 3 because that's going to be smaller, because you have a hint for where level 3 is that PDX doesn't have. I do think Cantaloupeme... there is actually a chance that Cantaloupeme will go to 7 before looking for 3 because he already knows where 7 is.
Yeah, I still find it interesting that I mean, we've seen so much of 9. I don't know why we're not going to go keep looking, but hey, you know, it is all I don't want to say all a gamble, but you know, it's all randomized. We have no idea what we're going to find or where.
It's the opportunity cost of saying, okay, I found where Ganon and Zelda are. I've not seen any items in 9. I've seen only about half of the stairs. I've seen a bunch of doors, a bunch of garbage. Let me at least go poke around in some of the other levels, maybe get some more bombs, maybe get some more keys. And if you've already got the locations of Ganon and Zelda known, and you've only seen maybe a third of 9, there does become the argument of, is it actually faster for me to just go check the other levels at this point?
Yeah, which is fair, and we're going to see the outcome of it for sure. If he ends up picking up the silvers in 5 here, or we find out that they're hanging out in 3, when we eventually find 3, I mean, it's absolutely worth the investment to leave and go digging.
Yep, but you definitely do run the risk of, if you just stayed in mine. Now, granted, Cantaloupeme left without bombs, so it's very reasonable to say, okay, well, I don't have any bombs anyway, so I'm just going to go dig other levels until I get a bunch of bombs.
Yeah, bombs and keys were hurting there. Keys not a problem anymore. Bombs? Well, we're not quite there yet, but still.
We would be okay with finding the other bomb upgrade. I don't see Cantaloupeme turning down the other bomb upgrade if it comes across this path.
Oh, no way. What else is he saving that money for at this point? Definitely not a ring, so...
Hints.
And
if you want to go look for hints.
yeah.
But honestly, Cantaloupeme hasn't seen a hint shop and probably is never going to see one.
Oh, Rex is going to pick up his Triforce. That's a good reset on the room, mind you. So he's going to pick up his Triforce here in 2. We'll see if he goes back and he clears that room for the any key. Hopefully he does. But we'll see how that pans out.
There's Cantaloupeme with both bomb upgrades now, up to 18 max.
Pretty hefty bomb upgrades. They weren't that expensive, and it's a lot of bombs. Yeah, we're gonna go clear that Wizard Room too. That's fair. I mean, that key is gonna be valuable for Rex picking up that item as well. Just knowing how key starved everybody has been at this point.
Cantaloupeme is gonna see this garbage blue Wizard Room. And the other thing you got to keep in mind too, if you're Cantaloupeme, as he's gonna go grab a hint here, is there are so many good items out there that even if this isn't the silvers, it could very easily be a strong quality of life item like a white sword or red ring.
Oh yeah.
That on its own will save you a ton of time.
Yeah, either one of those would be a huge win. I mean, the only thing that would be at this point probably not adding value is either the boomerangs or the heart. And not to say that the boomerang doesn't add value. Big fan of the boomerang, but right at this stage of the game, you're probably not gaining anything by finding it.
And the spare heart does give you another chance at the magical sword if it's found on the way.
Yeah.
Here's that blue Wizard Room.
Oof.
So Rex found this earlier. Cantaloupeme was going to take a death.
That's unfortunate. All those bombs, but that's a tough room to come into.
Yeah, Gonna would like to just say, nope, I'm gonna come back later if the game tells me I have to. Now, we might see Cantaloupeme go to 7 here, just because, you know, he knows where 7 is. Gonna go back into 6, and we do not know what the item in here is.
Rex, use your potion. There we go. Better than taking the risk.
Yep. And any key for Rex, but no bombs.
I was gonna say, why is he not up and A-ing? Oh yeah, because he wants to keep hearts, I assume.
Yeah, but now he's going to.
Yeah, not worth the time. 6 is a hefty dig. If that ends up being what we want in this case, if 6 is the silvers, I mean, the dig is absolutely going to be worth it, and that's going to be a big difference between the two of them. Is Rex going straight for 9? He is. All right, he's going to go ahead and gamble on the silvers in there right now.
Does not have both bomb upgrades. Could go to level 7 and buy the bomb upgrade in there if they haven't already. Now, Rex doesn't have the book. Rex has no items at a level 8.
He is going to have to... He's going to have to find out whether or not the silvers are in here the hard way by finding the other 2 items in 9. Which, as we've already seen from a lot of different staircases, is not the easiest. Oh, he is going to leave without bomb... Ah, yeah, there we go. Bomb farming.
In fact, Rex is going to go in with less knowledge than Cantaloupeme also from not having gotten both items at 8. Although Rex does have the item at 7. Have we seen a bomb shop?
I don't think we have. You know what? Now that you bring that up, not only do I not think have we seen a bomb shop, we've only seen one of the 2 shops with keys in there. So bombs might be the rare shop right now.
By the way, big
There's
hint.
definitely a shop missing.
Big hint. White sword is in level 5.
Huge hint. Nice thing to have. We're not going back to that.
No, it's not worth killing any blue wisdoms over. Heart in 6 in the stair. We're looking for a floor drop.
Big level to look for a floor drop in.
But you got it. But at this point, Cantaloupeme probably figures, well, I got to look at this because I've now committed.
There, you might as well.
I have now committed to this level.
Now,
thankfully, with 17 bombs, it's easy to commit.
Oh yeah, 17 bombs. Oh yeah, that's a huge win. I wonder what Rex is actually up to here, right? I know he was leaving probably looking to get some bombs, but is he gonna not make the gamble on 9 and go doing a little more overworld exploration? 'Cause if so, like this is maybe we'll actually get to see East Death Mountain. Oh, he's gonna buy arrows.
We'll see what Rex does from here. Buying the wood arrows does make a lot of sense, given that you don't know the items in 8. You know you've seen Gomas in 8, so you might need that. We know that, well, the white sword item is still out there, so...
Yeah.
Oh, there's a hint cave, but no book. Actually, that's really interesting. The white sword item has not been found yet, so that has every potential to be the answer.
It would be quite entertaining if the white sword item ended up being the silvers. The lack of exploration that we've seen on some parts of the overworld. We are going to go get a Death Mountain trip. All right, this could be interesting.
We know 3 is up here somewhere. Oh, but Rex is out of bombs.
Oof.
I'm gonna go check the arrow. It does push. It's not level 3. It's not the bomb store.
That would actually be his best case scenario for Rex right now to come back, is or at least to close the gap between the 2 of them, is to have both of those things be up here in Death Mountain right now. So without bombs, hopefully he'll get one off these red dark nuts, but without bombs, that's going to be a... Well, I mean, I guess if they're both up here, well, we'll get the bombs to go ahead and check the remaining spot.
Large piece of the porter.
All right, we got a recorder check up here.
Nope. Not that.
Yep.
Compass for Cantaloupeme. Now this is a drop room in 6. The bomb store is at the stupid cave. Oh man. Okay. Rex is only gonna buy 1 pack for now.
Oh man, you got the... Oh!
Takes
And a
the
death
death.
when we checked the last spot.
And that's the red ring in level 6.
Well, that's going to be nice and friendly over there on Cantaloupeme's side. So now we have a bunch of information that's been from his perspective, a bunch of information that we have in play right now. I mean, it's either go on back and check out what's going on in 9 and still, or, I mean, you could go into 7. Maybe that's what we're about to see is a trip to 7. Or it's go find that 3 or that white sword item.
Looks like we're gonna see
it's
level
7.
7. Now the item in here was very quick, so Cantaloupeme not gonna spend too much time here in 7.
for the question in chat. Can it let me find the mag spot? I don't think either runner has found the mag spot. Someone feel free to correct me if I'm wrong on that.
There's a red candle for Cantaloupe. Really quick 3-room
Ouch.
7 to get everything you need. So let's see where Cantaloupe heads from here. Oh, getting slammered. Gonna record her out. Back
Rex
at level
finalizing
1.
his checks here.
So we got 2 items in 9, an item in 3, and a white sword item outstanding.
Well, Rex is getting all his checks done, but we know that this isn't going to be it. We got to be looking for DMs somewhere. So he doesn't know that, though, because he never got that book out of 8. This is a pretty big investment not having that info.
And Cantaloupe looks like he's going to look for the white sword item. We'll find the hints here. Might actually just buy these, see if you get the hint for what's in 3. Red candle on 7. Okay. Gliak returns with the wand. Okay. Sail over the water to find the red candle. No good.
Nothing from those hints that we didn't already know at this point.
So to answer the question of why are they not checking for silvers in 9, in PDXRex's case, there are just way too many items available on the field still. In Cantaloupe's case, he's been in 9 a good bit.
Ooh,
12 hearts not enough.
No.
Cantaloupe's already spent a good bit of time in 9. Knows the location of where level 3 is, and is probably going to go look for a level 3, which Rex will likely find first.
Yeah, we only have, what, 2 more spots left in West Death Mountain to check, and then the one he died on in East Death Mountain. It's got to be one of those 3 spots. Ooh, there's your white sword item, by the way. And it's just the regular old boomerang.
Regular boomerang is the white sword item. Now Cantaloupe is going to go back to 9, because now, as far as Cantaloupe is concerned, it's a 66% chance.
Yeah. Oh, how rude is Death Mountain to Rex? It's the screen he died on. Has to be 3.
Now here's the thing, though. Even with silvers in 3, Rex still is going to have to do all the exploration that Cantaloupe has already done in 9, and Cantaloupe is coming in basically armed to the teeth.
Yep.
But you can see that map in 9 and see just how much of 9 Cantaloupe has already done. And that's, I think, why... Oh, Rex takes another death on Death Mountain. That's why Cantaloupe said, you know what? I'm going to go check some other places first.
Yeah, that book time is absolutely... Oh, is Rex going to go straight to 9, or is he going to try one last time for... He's trying one last time for Death Mountain. All right, rock and roll.
Yeah, and I think in Rex's case, you've just got way too much out there to risk going into 9 right now. Now, once Rex sees the white sword item, that might change things a little bit. 10 hearts not enough. If 12 is not enough, 10 certainly is not enough.
All right, we're clearing out these sectors piece by piece by piece.
We gonna find the white sword item here for Rex. Says no to the boomerang. Oh wait, going back in. Is gonna pick up the boomerang.
Huh. Well, that is a pickup. It sure is a pickup.
Boomerang pickup for Rex. And is he gonna find level 3 up here?
I mean, it's got to be at Spectacle Rock at this point, and unfortunately, like the Moblins aren't the worst, but he's going to deal with this screen again, and at 1 heart, it's a little painful. Oh, but that's fine.
Just gets in there. Pepto Pink level 3.
Looking nice and fancy. All right, the only way that that Rex is going to close this gap up here, like you were saying, it's got to be silvers in here, and he needs to book it in 9 in order for this to close up.
Yeah, because if Rex does not get to 9, like if this is not silvers, then not only is Cantaloupe in the right level, but Rex has like a ton of places left to check.
Oh yeah.
Rex has not seen the item in 6, has not seen the item nor the hint for the item in 5, hasn't seen either item in 8.
Yep. As compared to Cantaloupe, he knows exactly where 3 is, and we'll have this narrowed down pretty easily.
Rex gives up a bomb capacity, which is fine because he bought a bomb upgrade, but it's not fine because that was his last bomb.
Oof. That's a tough choice to make. I know Mags is on your mind. Like, I get it, but I think I probably would have given up the heart at that stage of the game.
Yeah, the heart there, you can make up for having only 9 hearts. And yes, there is a bomb shop next door. And yes, you have the bomb upgrade, so it's really not that bad. It's just the timing of it's a little bit... Oh, hello. Hold on. Might have been worth it, though. Has to deal with the pancake armor first.
Half a heart. Let's see if he gets bopped before he goes in.
Nope. It's another transport! More segments in 3!
Oof. 3 seems like it's a bit of a mess. Delpho's not the worst in the world, though. Yeah, getting some use out of that boomerang he picked up here, even though it's got a no on there. I mean, it seems like he's loving this boomerang choice.
Yeah. You're gonna continue hopping around in level 9. Finds a one-off stair.
We're running out of stairs over at 9. Like, Cantaloupeme is gonna have this thing cleared out pretty darn soon.
And the big trouble is it's hard to get to that northeast area of 9 because there's no good access. Here's the map of 3. Yep, that's a 3.
Yeah, sure is a 3. I love that 2 room in that one. Like, good work over there. Yeah, we're filling in that map pretty well.
Cantaloupeme has not bombed to the left. Is going to bomb to the left. New stair of 9. Let's see. Okay, we find the floor heart in 3. Cannot go to the left from this room.
E9 being 9, it could be a right side stair over there too. Good idea, another place to check.
Cantaloupeme, it looks like, is going to take this stair. You kind of have to at this point. Okay, here we go. Staircase. Level 3. This should be the item. It is the silvers!
The silvers!
This is exactly what Rex needed.
Yeah, and he's got to jet to 9 and make that the fastest 9 of his life to go ahead and close this gap up, but, like, it's an option.
Well, also bear in mind, Zelda's not exactly easy to get to.
True.
You do have to go through a couple of stairs to get to Zelda.
He's going into 9.
You can't get to Zelda this way.
There we go. I was going to say he's going into 9 with no bombs, but I'm glad he got a 4-pack right there.
Cantaloupeme has a path to Zelda. Looking for a bomb drop here off of these Gibdos.
Which
not get
path to Zelda, fantastic, right? We've seen so much in this 9. Where are the 2 staircases that we need to find, or that hint? I think we've only seen, what, 1 hint so far in 9?
1 hint, no item stairs. This could be the answer right here, though. Or there was another staircase that Cantaloupeme passed up to finish clearing out the section. Now, remember, just because PDXRex has the silvers does not mean that this race is over. All Cantaloupeme needs to do, honestly, if Cantaloupeme finds 1 item in 9, he might go look for level 3, but there's an item.
We saw Host Heart. We saw how hard it was to even get to that spot to see Zelda right there. So it's absolutely anyone's game. I mean, Rex has to get the same information that Cantaloupeme had and do it as fast as humanly possible to make this viable.
Well, Rex has probably heard Ganon at this point.
Yeah. I think Ganon's left of here.
Yeah, Ganon's to the left.
Where he's going.
So Rex is going to be our first runner fighting Ganon.
Or Zelda.
Oh, and Cantaloupeme's out of bombs, but that is a dead-end stair anyway.
Oh,
Wait. Hold on. How do you get to the northeast portion of 9?
that is a
Cantaloupeme's
wonderful
leaving.
question.
I don't know if Cantaloupeme leaving just to get bombs or is leaving to go to fight level 3. Rex takes a death on Ganon.
At least he knows the route in. And yeah, it's bomb time for Cantaloupeme.
And it sounds like there might have been a key door. Cantaloupeme is going to leave the level 9 area. I don't know if this is just to go look for more bomb droppers. Might decide to go take a gamble on looking for 3. If Cantaloupeme does go up to the northeast corner of Death Mountain, is going to find the spot, but gets a bomb pack.
Edge of your seat excitement is what this is, folks. Edge of your seat.
Absolutely. Rex going back into the Ganon fight. Does have the blue ring. Cantaloupe does not know where 3 is. Only knows that it's on Death Mountain.
So we have an entire west and an entire east, but does have the path to Ganon and Zelda. So if they go into 3 and they do all the digging, 'cause it did take a little bit, and go looking for the silvers there, then that's a Rex taking another death, unfortunately, on that Ganon fight.
Yep.
It could take Cantaloupe some time, but it also might not. I mean, I'm surprised he didn't pick up the Coast Heart, knowing that he could go check Mags after. But
Rex has left level 9.
Rex, where are you going?
Probably to the Fairy Fountain.
I guess he can start the refill and do a nice up an A. Maybe there was a potion shop over here. Oh, he doesn't have enough money for a potion shop.
Yeah. But does have enough money to go to the Fairy Fountain and get a free refill.
That's true. Yeah, I was gonna say up A and go for a walk.
Well, the only way there could be an item behind Zelda is if Zelda's in a room with a transport staircase. Seeing a comment in chat about a prospect of an item behind Zelda, if Zelda's in a room with a transport staircase, there might already be a problem with the seed because normally that's not supposed to happen.
That is true.
Okay, let's see. Cantaloupeme is gonna take this stair. Now, Rex has no knowledge of where Zelda is, no knowledge of the map, no knowledge of the compass, so still has to look around a bunch. Oh, but this was the stair that led to the bottom corner. But you can bomb out of it. And you get it. Oh, this is a hit. The silver to kill the beast lies elsewhere. That's the hit
Right, he's
needed.
got what he needs. Oof.
All right, Cantaloupeme now going to leave and go find level 3 and probably is annoyed that everywhere Cantaloupe looked wasn't it, but the one place he didn't look was it.
Yep. Yeah, that's how these things go, right? Not just randomizer, but even in these flags, everything is, sometimes it's a high risk, high reward scenario you're going for.
Rex is going for the Ganon fight here, doing a very good job of dodging right now.
The one time he wanted Zelda to be on the left-hand side, was one time she was right.
Oh, took a couple of hits. Has a stun lock here. Lost it. That's okay, though. Cantaloupeme gets a bomb pack and is doing ECM first. This is huge. Oh! Rex has got to be careful in this Ganon fight. Down to 2 hearts. Don't know how many more hits Rex needs. Gets Ganon down. Rex has killed the Ganon. Now just needs to find the kidnapped. Cutting it a little bit close, though.
Oh, yeah. This is what's going to equalize us here is Cantaloupeme is almost into 3. We'll be there incredibly soon. It's can Rex find that path to Zelda before Cantaloupeme can get back in there with the silvers.
And bear in mind,
Ganon.
It was nearly double Magic Stair, if not confirmed double Magic Stair to get to Zelda. This is not going to be an easy path for Rex to find.
Ooh, you want that fairy, Rex? Yeah, there you go.
Cantaloupeme is going to find level 3 here. Rex is going to get the map.
Ooh, and is out of cash, too. Used
That
up all
could
of his
be a
arrows.
factor. And is not going to be able to get a hint for where Zelda is. Because remember, the book was in level 8, and Rex is not going to go back to level 8 at this point. Cannot kill these alls. Does not have the wand either.
Oof.
Cantaloupeme is going to like to get the bombs here, and this is a perfectly fine thing. Even though it does take a little bit of time, getting these bombs is definitely worth it when you only have one bomb. No compass needed for Cantaloupeme. Patra going to have to fight this on Wood Sword. Cantaloupeme's giving up the heart. Cantaloupe is going to find the second transport in 3. Will not take it.
The compass was not that far in, if I remember correctly, over in 9. So we may get that relatively soon, but it's not necessarily going to be the most helpful thing either. Knowing that it takes some magic stairs to get up there.
Rex is going to bomb north out of Ganon's room and is able to do so. I'm pretty sure Cantaloupeme tried to bomb north out of this room and could not. Yep. Cantaloupeme is in the room with the silvers. Cantaloupeme now has the silver arrows, has the path to Ganon, has the path to Zelda. Rex has got to find that stair and got to find it quick.
Oh yeah, we are running out of time. And on half a heart right now too. This is, the wrong move is going to be a problem. Look at compare that map for Rex with what we had for Cantaloupeme. Like, oof.
Now, if Rex takes the stair to the north, is going to go to the east first. This could lead to the compass. I believe the compass was somewhere around this area, but needs to also bomb out of this room to get to it, I think. But man, this is... Rex has got to find the right path and find it very quickly, as we've been saying. Because Cantaloupeme is back in level 9. Bomb pack here for Rex is not bad. Rex is out of money, so he's only on wood sword damage still.
Yeah, he's been doing a little bit of killing, but not really a lot of killing since the cash ran out.
Cantaloupeme is now going to go into the Ganon fight. Has only 2 hearts, but should be perfectly fine. Rex takes a death that might, however, put him on the right path. Because you got to go north and then through the stair, then you got to bomb left and go through that stair, and then you go down, and that's how you get to Zelda. Unfortunately, will not take the right path in the immediate. However, Ganon's not playing nice with Cantaloupeme. But there's the stun lock. Cantaloupeme is going to be able to hold this stun lock as this is where some of the combat and some of the vanilla experience really helps come in handy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. That was a very, very clean Ganon fight. Very clean kill there. And now we know the route. So now it's just a question of how fast can we get there.
Hold on. If PDXRex takes this stair, this will lead to Zelda. Cantaloupeme cannot go north there. Oh my goodness. Rex has a potential path.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, he's going to go left and down, and it's Zelda.
That's if he does not take the stair. If Rex takes this stair, Rex does not take the stair.
Oh my goodness gracious. This is a race.
Rex is going to find the alternate path and will take the victory with an official time of, once I pull it up.
Official race time of 1 hour, 27 minutes, and 45 seconds.
With Cantaloupeme right behind.
Wow, and that finishes that up at an official race time for Cantaloupeme at 1 hour, 28 minutes, and 6 seconds. There is a 21-second difference between the finish time of these two great runners. That is fantastic. GG runners. What a race.
Yeah.
See if we can't get them in here.
Just the one spot, the one dungeon.
Yeah.
Ended up being the ancient.
And there was so much that was going in different directions there. I mean, if Rex hadn't, and I guess we'll save it for the interview part, but like, if Rex hadn't taken that death on, and they're both here, by the way, GG runners.
Hello?
Hey,
Hello. Can you guys hear us okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Perfect. Well, cantaloupeme, PDXRex, GG guys, what a race that was.
Yeah, it was a little, I saw in the race chat it was like a dot done around 122, and I was like, what? And then I saw the undone immediately, and I was like, oh, okay, must have been a misclick.
Yeah, I did see that pop up in there, Rex. I assumed that was a misclick, or did you think you found something a little bit earlier there? Rex, if you are talking, we cannot hear you. All right, well, we'll get, we'll wait for Rex to get that figured out.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, there it is.
GG.
Yeah, GG's Harold, man. Yeah, sorry about that. My hands are like frozen right now, and I went to tap that I had been in 9, and it double tapped, and it finished. I was like, no.
Yeah, I had a feeling that was a misclick because I was like, okay, I lost, and then I looked over again because I was actually going to forfeit, and then I looked over again. I was like, oh wait, never mind.
Yeah, no, this seed was murder. There's no way I was doing it that fast.
Yeah, thanks, Fury.
so
Thanks, Fury.
The whole thing was, Rex had found 3 earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Ow.
Yeah, I last location silvers.
I also did the same thing.
I mean, you still had items on 6 and 8 and 9.
Yeah, I wasn't going there.
Yeah, I was
You ended
worried
up in a spot where you were in. Oh, go please. Sorry, Caleb.
Oh no, I was worried they were going to be in 5, and I saw that blue Wizard room, and I'm like, okay, I hope they're not here.
And then you got the hint in 6 saying that they weren't.
Yep.
Yeah, that was neither. I mean, aside from the first trip that you took into 9 over there, Cantaloupe, like it was. You went through and did a bunch of digging, and then all of a sudden you left. I think it was due to bombs at that stage. Maybe it was keys, because I know you picked up the magical key after that. But
Yeah.
it was, you were out, and then you went looking in all the other dungeons to go ahead and find your silvers. And Rex never even did that initial stop into 9. It's like both you guys decided that the silvers just weren't going to pop up in there, and off to do the investigation. Or at least at first.
If he was not done by that first time into 9, then they were not in 9. I could guarantee it at that point.
Well, I never found the second item. I just found the hint from the old man that said it, and he was well hidden.
Also, I'm not entirely sure how you're supposed to get to that northeast portion of 9, because it kind of seems like there just isn't a way there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that right-hand staircase, like, I only saw one staircase.
According to the chat, there is a single key door that might lead you to that northeast portion.
Yeah, it was a complete mess over there in that 9. It was no fun. I think you saw basically every stair except for that second item over there while you were going ahead and digging through, and it was just all over the place overall.
Yeah, it was just like, I saw the 5 Triforce hint pretty fast, and I was like, okay, this seed is gonna be a tough one, because these are just like, get your Triforces and then gamble in 9 at this point, and I wish I would have found that hint the first time around, and then I think I would have went looking for 3, because I found every dungeon but 3, but thankfully I found 3 really quick. But wasn't
I was up there. I was up there earlier, but I didn't have the bomb or the money to buy the bomb at the bomb shop next door, and I was just like, oh, God.
Oh, that's where the bomb shop was. I never saw one the whole run.
Oh, yeah,
it was the rare shop.
Yeah, I was in that open cave up there.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, because I think I still had 37 overworld spots left to get, because once I had my Triforces, I really did not explore anything.
Yeah, there was a big difference on your ends, right? I know you were digging into the dungeons, Caleb, and Rex was doing a lot of the overworld stuff, and unfortunately, you got trolled a little bit over in East Death Mountain because that was your last check in East DM, and then you took a death to the Dark Nuts right in front of the Spectacle Rock and didn't go back for a while. That could have been a much earlier 3 for you there.
Oh, I didn't even think I was up there at Spectacle Rock.
Oh, no, that was for Rex, sorry. That he ran into that, yeah.
It is all an absolute blur right now.
So it was a fantastic run, you guys, to see, I'll tell you that.
And I guess we could say that Spectacle Rock was a spectacular rock.
Boo.
That deserves a boo.
Well, GGT runners, like I said, it was a great race for everybody to... Oh, I love it. Thank you for the sound effects. It's a great race to watch. It was an absolute, probably not as great for you guys to run it. It looked like it was a very unfun seed, but fantastic from our perspective. With that in mind, I mean, this is, cantaloupeme, I know that this is the end of the tournament for you. Rex, you get the next round to go ahead and move on to. There any final thoughts from either of you runners?
Fury,
That seed was garbage.
Yeah, Fury, I thought I was clear when I said you were banned from rolling my seeds. No, because I was like, anybody want to roll a seed? And then Fury's name just pops up instantly. I was like, I got you. I was like, shit.
I just want to say thank you guys for doing all the comms and tracking and all that stuff. And Harold, thanks for racing, man. I've watched you for a long time, and you're a bar that I've set myself at, and I'm just trying to get to where you're at. And this is probably like the first time I've probably ever beaten you.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because I know we've raced a couple other times, but yeah, it's but yeah, you got me. GG, well played on it. Yep, and hopefully, good luck in the next round against either Fred or Oz.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Well, with that in mind, I'll say thank you again, runners. Incidentally, everybody out there in the community, give them a follow if you can. You can see that that's been put out there into the chat by Smilefires. Thank you so much, by the way. We'll get to that in a second. But thanks for these runners for running, being on the restream, coming by and doing the interview, for everyone's entertainment out there. So much appreciated across the board. Thank you, by the way, to Crystal and Crow for doing our tracking today. For Smilefires for doing all of our setup, doing our restream, putting up those bot commands, doing all of those goodies up in the back end to make sure that this got on the air. And also a big thank you to you. It's been fantastic to have an opportunity to do comms together with you.
Absolutely, and also a thank you to you, Neo No Name, for taking time out of your night to talk about a fantastic down-to-the-wire race.
Absolutely. Well, with that being said, everybody, you enjoy the rest of your evening. We got some more races going on this evening. Coming up relatively soon, or actually currently going on, we should have a race between Mako and Opno Point over on Speed Gaming 2. One with Rando Runner and Adirondack Rick over on Speed Gaming 3, I believe. And then upcoming at 10 o'clock, we have Fred and Oz, as was referenced. That's going to be, Rex is going to be facing whoever wins that one. At 11, we have Angel FM and Custom up on Speed Gaming 2, and then Kathy and Special K coming up on Speed Gaming 3 at 11 o'clock p.m. There's a bunch of great matches out there tonight. Go watch some more runners. A lot more entertainment to be had. Thank you, everybody, and you enjoy the rest of your evening.